We wanted to get Ralph Reed on the phone with us today because he has a group, his Faith and Freedom Coalition, that is beginning a campaign in support of religious freedom to protest the brutal persecution of Christians around the world, including in Syria and in ISIS and with ISIS in Iraq. It's becoming an increasingly deadly trend in the Middle East, and we have a problem with the hostility towards a religion here in America as well. Why is it, do you suppose, we're not saying anything in our pulpits?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I think one is there is not the kind of top-of-mind awareness of what is going on in the church the way there ought to be, in part because of the failure of this administration to use its bully pulpit to emphasize it, in part because the media doesn't report it the way it should, although it's clearly out there, and in part because, sadly, Glenn, the Christian church has been slow to respond to these kinds of human rights outrages throughout its history because of either a coldness of conscience that, well, it doesn't really concern us unless we have missionaries in that area, and so forth, or a feeling that, well, these are Muslim countries, so maybe the Christians should go somewhere else anyway. The fact is that a threat and a danger to the civil and human rights of anyone anywhere in the world is a threat to the human community everywhere in the world. And I'll tell you another reason why it's going on, and this is not particularized to the church per se, Glenn, but another reason why is because we've had our own war on faith being waged here in America, not obviously with bombs or bullets or tear gas, but rather with court rulings and executive orders and laws that seek to marginalize the role of faith in our own society. So if people are sitting around wondering, why aren't we doing more, it's because we've been callous about it in our own midst.
Hobby Lobby is a great example.